Hey guys, I'm Deepthi Desikan and today's video is going to be a full face of Mars Cosmetics. So this was a video that a lot of you guys asked me to do. You wanted me to try out a couple of their products, so I decided why not make it a full face of Mars Cosmetics, especially since you guys wanted me to try out their primers and everything. And this is a pretty affordable brand, so I was all up for it. And I do have a couple of their products right here with me. So the brand did send me all of these products for me to try it out and make a video for you guys. So we are going to be doing as much as we can with all the products that we have. They don't really have like a blush, bronzer and everything, so I'm going to be compensating it other ways. But apart from that, I think we have all the other products, and I've also seen Nidhi do a video like this. I will link it down below so that you guys can check out her video as well, because I think there would be a few more products that I might not have in this that she's probably included in her video. So okay, let's get started. Try to match my nails to my earrings. So starting off with my brow, I know I never do my brows on camera because I really need to get really close to the mirror. I have a mirror right here, but we're gonna be trying to do that as well today. And this is the brow product that I have. This is their Micro Precision Brow Pencil. This one retails for 149 rupees, which is really nice. And I think this is like a taupey brown, dark brown shade, which should probably go well with my eyebrow hair. And this is how the definer looks like, which I am liking the shape. You know, I usually like eyebrow pencils with this shape. I just like it to be a little bit creamy. So let's see. It's really easy to precisely define your brows with this, and it comes with a spoolie on the other side. I feel like it's a really good shade match for me. I like how the shade matches me. I like the consistency of this product. I like how creamy it is. So before I move on with the rest of my face, I want to take a quick break, coffee break. Love this one. If you guys are wondering, this is by a brand called Coco Broma. It's a hazelnut flavored filter coffee. So I got it right here to show it to you guys as well because it tastes delicious. Now I haven't added any milk to my coffee. That's the reason it looks like this. But you can add milk and have it, and it would taste a lot better with milk. But I just don't really like milk that much, so that's the reason I'm just having it this way. They sent it to me to try out and I really love it, and I think it's a great way to support small businesses. So I will link it in the description box below as well. This is not sponsored by any means. Okay, so next let's move on. I'm not sure if I want to do my face first or my eyes first. Okay, let's do the eyes, because what if the eyeshadow palettes have some fallout or anything of the sort. So for eyes, I have a couple of products. I have these two eyeshadow palettes right here, and also their liquid eyeshadow, which I have already tried out in the past and I really love this one. So we'll see what look we can create today. So this palette is the Mars Fantasy 15 eyeshadow palette, and this retails for 299 rupees. So this is what the palette looks like. It's a really nice color scheme for people who do really like colorful eyeshadow palettes. And then we have another eyeshadow palette. This is the I Belong in Your Purse eyeshadow palette. This is in the variant Smoke It Up. They do have quite a few variants, and this one retails for 249 rupees. And this is a 9-pan eyeshadow palette, which actually really fits in your purse. It's kind of nice and tiny. Also comes with a nice mirror, and this is what the palette looks like. Nice warm and smoky shades, totally up my alley, because if I have to film a lot of other videos, I don't really have to put much thought into the outfit and everything. So today we're going to be trying out this. So quickly concealing my eyelid. I will talk about the concealer while I am incorporating the concealer for my full face. So I'm going to be taking this shade from the palette right here, and I'm not actually setting my eyelids. I like to just work on the concealer like that, because I feel like the eyeshadow would grip onto it a lot better. Taking the shade on a Cups and Lashes E005 brush and applying it all over my crease like this as a transition shade. I really like how it adheres to my eyelids, as well as like packing that punch. You guys can see it's a very nice wash of color, an initial placement of transition color, and then taking this kind of like a thicker brush, like a fluffy brush, and then applying this shade all over my lid. You guys are wondering what that white goop on my eyelash is. That is eyelash glue, and I am having a hard time getting it out, and this is one of the reasons I like to go without lashes. Wow, I'm just super impressed, you guys. And then taking a more defined tapered brush like this Pro Art PF08 brush and taking this dark brown right here, I'm applying it on my outer corner. And usually these kind of dark browns can actually look really chalky and muddy and like dirty really fast, but that's not happening with this. And lightly dragging it into my crease. Now taking that brush, I apply the initial transition shade with without taking any additional product, just blending everything together. So now, yeah, somewhat a unfinished look, but let's try out the shimmer shade because that is what I'm really looking forward to and seeing how that is going to perform on my eyelid. So taking my Gub flat shader brush, first trying it without wetting the brush and seeing how it would apply. It has a lot of shimmer pigment to it, like shimmer in it, so it's nicer when you wet the brush. So let's try it out when we wet the brush, how it's gonna come out. Wow, just look at that. It's so much nicer when you actually wet the brush. I am also going to pick up this shimmer shade with my fingers just to see how it works that way. Fingers are always a charm. And then can you see that line of unsmudged eyeshadow? So what I'm going to be doing is taking another eyeshadow brush, something more precise and tapered, then taking this orange shade that is right here just to blend both of that together so that there's like a transition from the dark shade to the lighter shade. So this is the eye look with all the shimmer shades and the matte shades all blended and everything. I have already shown you guys a demo of this in another video. I will link it down. I'm not very sure if it would go along with this look, but let's just try. This is how the liquid eyeshadow looks. It looks a little bit watery, but it actually looks really nice on the eyelids. I really like it. I kind of like how this shade looks, but okay, let me just top it off just a little bit. You can intensify this liquid eyeshadow or keep it at a very light hand because it packs a punch either ways. Can you see that shimmer effect it gives? Yeah, that's the liquid eyeshadow. But it doesn't clump up and goop up on your eyes. A lot of liquid eyeshadows do that, especially like the Nicka K ones. This one doesn't do it, but it's not as pigmented as the Nicka K as well. So it's both ways. So you should always have a base eyeshadow, a shimmer eyeshadow to apply this liquid eyeshadow on top. And then for liquid liner, I'm going to be using this Mask Cosmetics liquid liner. This is like a sketch eyeliner, which I really like. It's very easy to apply as well, and it is pretty pigmented, black and long lasting. It does stay matte on your eyes as well. It's not like a glossy eyeliner, and it's very easy to apply even if you are a beginner with eyeliners. So for eyeliner, I need to get really close to the mirror, but let me get a mirror close to myself instead of going close to the mirror. I don't really like the look of winged eyeliner on me, so I'm going to be stopping it at this. Yeah, I was going for a light line, but I ended up here. Jittery hands and like blinky eye, worst combination for a liquid eyeliner. Like every single time I get something really close to my eye goes like. Okay, I'm going to be stopping it at this because I don't want to wreck this and start all over again. So we will be moving on to the next step, that is moisturizing my face. I'm going to be doing it with this Nutriderm moisturizing lotion. I like this moisturizer. I use it on a daily basis before makeup, after my skincare. Yeah, I just like it. So now moving on to primer, the exciting part. I have two primers right here. This one is it's Glow O'Clock primer, and this is what the primer looks like. So intrigued to try these out. And the other one that I have is the Take a Glow primer. This primer retails for 229 rupees, and this is what it looks like. Both of these come in like really nice luxe pump packaging. So on one side I'm going to be trying out one primer, on the other side I'm going to be trying out the other one because we need to test out both of this today. So this is what the consistency of the primer is. It's a little bit like, it is a transparent clear primer which has a little bit of like a silicone feel to it. It smells like green apple. I've heard really good reviews about this one and I'm super excited to try this actually. That's a good sheen as well to my skin. Now taking it's a glow primer on this side. Okay, this is sort of like this, like a stroke cream, kind of like a texture. And it's nice and creamy when you blend it on. I'm not sure if I've taken excessive amount, but let's see. I think I have taken quite a lot. It smells sort of, I don't know, Garnier moisturizer or something like that. Smells like that. So this is an illuminating primer. It does have that illumination to it along with a little bit of a white tint. I'm just hoping that this blends into my skin and doesn't give any kind of white cast to the foundation. Looking at my skin really up close, it doesn't really have any like visible shimmer particles as such to it. There are few shimmer particles here and there, but you can't really notice it that much. And then for foundation, I have this Blossom Matte Foundation, and this one is in the shade 05 Buff. There are not a lot of shades. I'm just hoping that they would expand the shade range, but the team did mention that their BB cream is one of their best sellers and they are expanding the shade range for that shortly, so I will update you guys about that. And this is what the packaging of the foundation looks like. So luxe, you guys. Nice glass, frosted glass bottle, and looks and feels heavy as well. And this foundation retails for 449 rupees. So going to be taking like a good pump the back of my hand, and on one side I'm going to be blending it with a brush. Okay, maybe I should have taken the next shade up. I'm not sure if there was another shade up, but I should have taken that shade. It is too light for me. So blending it on this side with my Cups and Lash brush. Okay, it's a pretty thick foundation and I think I took a little too much. The undertone is certainly way off for my skin tone and the shade is very, very light. And then blending it on the other side with a damp sponge. This is the Mars Cosmetics sponge itself. This is one of my favorite sponges, and if there's something you must pick up from this video, it is definitely this one. It is very affordable yet so good, you guys. You can just see it's so squishy. It just blends the product in. Right off the bat, I can see that the foundation has a really nice dewy finish on the skin. Like, it's not cakey, matte or anything. And on both the sides, it is looking the same. So it's definitely not the primer. How I wish I could have got my right shade in this. And next up, I have the concealer that is from Mars Cosmetics as well. This one is in the shade Pure Beige. Again, not a lot of shade options available in the concealer and the foundation. I just wish they improved a lot on their base products and then we'd be good to go. But at least this is a little decent shade match for me. Blending it all with the Cups and Lashes F019 concealer brush. Blends really well. I mean, it looks so runny that you'd think it wouldn't have any coverage at all, but it does have a pretty good coverage, like a medium coverage. I like how the foundation is still remaining so dewy and nice and has a really nice coverage, like medium coverage, good medium coverage. You can build it up, but I think it would look a little bit too cakey, so it's a medium coverage foundation. Now to set all of this in place, I have the Mars Cosmetics loose powder. This one is in the shade Banana. I also have their translucent variant, but I like the banana one a lot better on my skin tone. And little goes a long way, so I'm just going to be setting only underneath my eyes probably. And yeah, I don't think I need to set it anywhere else. I actually even can go without setting it because the concealer looks really nice. We're just going to set it and see how it looks. So beautiful. This powder is so finely milled and smooth. So let's finish up the eyes now, shall we? So gonna apply some mascara. This is the Mars Fabulash mascara. I have used this so much ever since I got it, and it's been a while since I've got this, and this was one of the only mascaras that I used to reach out for. I really like how it kind of adds a little bit of volume as well as length, and it is super affordable. Look at the wand of it, it is pretty thick. Can you see that? It adds a good amount of length as well as volume to my eyes. And it's a pretty affordable mascara, so I really like it. The wand is a little bit too big for my lower lash line, so I don't really use mascara anyways on my lower lash line because every single time I do it, it wrecks the entire makeup look. And then for kajal, I'm going to be using this Mars Mesmerize Kajal. And this one retails for 299 rupees. It's a black kajal, which is something that you have to sharpen. It's not a retractable one. Black, pigmented and smooth. That we can fix, okay? I also like to run it on my upper lash line. So now for blush, I'm going to be using one of their lipsticks. So this one is in the shade number 22, that is Everyday Nude. So I'm going to be trying this as a blush today. Ooh, nice. So for highlighter, I have two of these products. I'm going to be trying one on each side. So this one is the Mars Velour highlighter. This one is in the shade Private Show. I have tried this before. Like, one of my subscribers mentioned I should try this one out, and I was not very sure which one it was, but this one is something that I have tried. It does have a lot of shimmer particles to it. I'm just going to be taking it with my sponge and applying it on the high points of my cheek. And if you like this kind of pink shades and like a light pink shade on yourself, you would really like this. But I feel like the undertone is not the perfect one for my skin tone. It kind of does emphasize a little bit too much texture for my liking. And yeah, not my favorite highlighter. And on this side, I'm going to be trying out the Mars Brick highlighter. This one retails for 249 rupees. I'm going to be trying that out with my Wet n Wild highlighter brush. So let me see, which shade do I take? Let me just quickly run it through like that. Okay, it's a little too dark. These two strips are a little bit too dark for my skin tone, so maybe just run it through the first two strips and lightly apply it. This one is a lot more smoother on the skin as opposed to this side. Like, can you see that? This is like kind of dry looking. This one is a little bit smoother, but the shade is a little too dark. Damn. So now with all of that complete, we don't really have a setting spray from Mars, so I'm not going to be using anything. Let's quickly finish off the lips. So the first one I'm going to be trying out is their Bullet lipstick in the shade 22 Everyday Nude. Now this shade is something that has a little bit more of an orange undertone to it. Can be a nice nude shade for a lot of deeper skin tones. And then I have another shade called 21 Friday Night. What a beautiful deep pink shade, you guys. I love the pigmentation of this. It's so comfortable on the lips, and it's like sort of like a comfortable matte formula. And then the last shade I'm going to be swatching is One Girl's Night. This is such a beautiful deep red shade, you guys. The shade Girl's Night. It's not at all patchy. It's just that my lips are a little bit dry and flaking from the center. But what a beautiful shade. So yeah, that's it. I'm going to give it some time to rest on my skin. I'm going to see how all of this performs and come back and give you guys like a final check-in. It is pretty late in the evening. It is 6:45 right now, but I will keep it on for some time and then we will end this video right here. Okay. Hey guys, I'm back and it's been a while since I left. So it's getting late at night and I just started filming really late and I'm ending up here. My hair is in a mess. So anyways, my hair is in a mess, I am in a mess, and I just want to take off my makeup right now and just lie down. I have given it a good wear time and I just wanted to see if it is like clinging on to anything, if it's going to look a little bit more matte or drying on the skin, or if it's just oxidizing on my skin. I can say that this foundation doesn't oxidize, so do get your right shade if you can find any, because there are not many options. I'm not sure what you guys would be left with, but I just hoped that this foundation would oxidize on me, but it's not. And you can see that the undertone is still a little bit different, but it looks like skin. It has a nice glow, and both of these primers actually work so beautifully underneath the foundation, and I'm not sure which one I like more. I just want to say that I'm kind of leaning towards this side, but both aside, my foundation looks really nice, and it is definitely has to do something with the primer itself. Just so beautiful. And when it comes to the foundation itself, you get a nice packaging, you get a nice pump, and everything is so good. And I think there would be a lot of people who'd really enjoy this foundation because it looks like skin. The consistency is such that it's not too thick and it's not too runny as well, and it just blends beautifully on your face and everything looks really nice. It looks so good, you guys. Not clinging on to anything, not caking up anywhere. Just a very nice foundation. And same thing goes with the concealer as well. Such a really nice concealer. The packaging is so similar to the LA Girl concealer, and even the coverage is very similar to the LA Girl concealer, where you get a really good medium coverage, and it's not even creased as much or caked up, and not like it's drying my under eye area out. It's a really nice creamy concealer, which I really like. And then coming to what else did I use? Okay, the highlighters. I do really like this shimmer brick, which I feel like it goes on really smooth and it's not emphasizing too much on my face. And even the shimmer particles are so finely milled that you can't see much of it on the face. But this highlighter I'm not a very big fan of, and I did mention this even in my previous video. And then let's move on to the eye products. Okay, the eyeshadow. Such a beautiful, beautiful palette, you guys. They have so many different color selection in this. You can try out whichever one you like. You can buy whatever you don't really have in your collection and try out that. I specifically wanted to try out the smoky variant because it's something that I can get a lot of use out of. You get a really nice size mirror, which is very nice. You can, like, your whole face would fit into it if you keep it at this distance, and you can also see really up close. The shimmer shades are so nice. The matte shades blend really well, and everything is really good. I feel like this is slightly better than even the Swiss Beauty eyeshadow palette. In the Swiss Beauty, the matte shadows are really nice, but the shimmer shades are not that good. But this is slightly even more better. And again, the liquid eyeshadow, you guys have seen me use this in a previous video. A really nice liquid eyeshadow, which is not too pigmented but doesn't lack pigmentation as well, and it does have the right amount of shimmer. Like, once you apply it onto your eye and then you're blending it, there is no shimmer fallout on your face, and it's not clumping and kicking like I mentioned. And then the mascara again is really nice. It does add a good amount of length and volume. And then the kajal and the eyeliner, really nice. The kajal is really creamy, long wearing and pigmented, but it is a little bit creamy, so it can smudge. Okay, it's not completely smudge proof, but a really nice pigmented black kajal. Same goes with the eyeliner, a sketch eyeliner, which is very easy for you to use even if you are a beginner to eyeliners. You can see that it is pretty matte and black, and I could get a decent line out of it, which means any one of you guys can get it. The eyebrow product, very good, staying in place, very easy to apply it, get a nice stroke, and then you can get an even stroke just in the direction of your hair growth. And then let's move on to the lip product, which I was super impressed with. I liked all the shades that I tried out, but I kept this shade in Girls Night 1 on my lips for a little bit longer, and I was amazed at the formula. So first, when I applied it, I thought it was just like a very matte, like soft matte kind of a finish and all. But once you let it rest on your lips for a while, it gets completely transfer proof. This is a bullet lipstick, you guys, and there is no transfer at all. Such a star product in my opinion. Look at the pigmentation, it's really nice. If at all it is getting a little bit patchy, it's because of my lips. My lips are a little bit too dry and flaky, so it can get a little bit patchy, and that happens with any lip product. So nice. Also, I have tried their lip crayon. Both of this is really good, but which one would I recommend you guys to try out? Definitely the bullet lipstick. It is so nice. It's comfortable on the lips. It's not drying my lips out. The pigmentation is amazing. They have a wide variety of color selection that you can choose from, and I'm amazed. I love how the shade looks, and it's definitely something that is going into my favorite bunch. The only thing that I didn't try out in today's video is this eyeshadow palette, because I was just so in love with that other eyeshadow palette that I didn't get a chance to try this one out. But I will definitely be creating some looks with this and trying it out in another video and letting you guys know. So far, I hope all of my reviews helped you guys in informing a decision, and you know what exactly to pick up. So I will link all the products in the description box below for you guys to find it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Do let me know what products you have tried out from Mars Cosmetics and what is your favorite. Let me know in the comment section down below. And while you're at it, give this video a big thumbs up if you did appreciate my effort, and subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.